In this session, we'll cover configuration items. While you're testing, one section asks if a work item requires configuration, and the options are no, it doesn't, or if it can be postponed until after the upgrade, it's a lower risk, so it gets a 1. If it can be done before the upgrade, it adds work before the upgrade, so that's a moderate risk. And then if it has to be done during the upgrade, it's going to prolong the downtime, so that's a 5. So that's where the scale comes in. When you're on the reports, if you select the projects that you're going to run the report for, and then click on the configuration button, then you'll get the configuration screen. And this is similar to the risk report in that each work item has its own line, and each work item appears on this report because either your organization said it required configuration or other organizations said it required configuration. And it goes from highest risk down to lowest risk on the organization side, and then it sorts it by the risk on other organization side. And this report includes notes from your organization, who it was tested by, and up to the 5 most recent notes from other facilities that have tested this. On the screen, you're going to keep track of these items that need configuration. And so these ones that have to be done during the upgrade, we'll want to get these assigned out. I'm going to scroll down. This order management work item allows facilities to process standard order management orders during the PSO/PSL run at midnight. And to do this, you set the parameter to Y. And so we're going to assign a user to do that. It assigned it in the background. You can see it said, OK, user assigned. When this is refreshed, you'll see that that person is assigned to that configuration item. And then the status, as on that night of downtime, the user can come in and update this as complete when they get it completed. If this is something that you're choosing not to implement, you may want to set it to that status. So there's no submit button on this. You just use the drop downs. At the very bottom of the user and the assigned list is a blank item, so if you need to blank it out, start over, you can do so. So the configuration can start really as soon as you start your project. You don't have to wait for testing to begin if other facilities have done this before you. They can pull out items. So why are we comparing ours to all the other facilities? And the reason is, as you scroll down the screen, you're going to see that eventually we're going to run into things where our analyst said that there's no configuration needed. So let me scroll back up. Either because they haven't completed testing, or that they just didn't pick up on it. And so, like this first one is important. You can see that the ordering started over at a high risk for the other facilities. And if we read through this, you can now create an employee record using an existing person master record that belongs to a terminated employee. So when you rehire a terminated employee, you no longer need to create a new person master record. So I don't see anything that requires configuration on this. And so this facility just may have gotten it wrong. Looks like just a new feature. And so we can mark not configurable analyst error. And so you can go down through here and evaluate each configuration item to see if that is appropriate and get it assigned out and keep track of the status. So you can also see why it's important for the analyst to put a note inside of their work item to keep track of what will need to be configured during the upgrade. There are a ton of configuration items for 12.1.0 and 12.1.1. And these are things that maybe you would not have caught on your own, but through crowd testing with all the facilities, you're more likely to find configuration items that may have caused an issue after you upgrade because you ignored it, or things that would help a workflow if it was configured correctly that you'll pick up during this process.